Hello, everyone. Really great to see so many of you here today. This is a resounding success already, having so many of UCL's community here for this first kick-off event on the climate crisis theme for the Grand Challenges. I'm Sam Balch. I'm the new director of the Grand Challenges. I'm 3 months in. Previously, I've worked on related topics in central government on net zero and climate policies, so I have some knowledge and experience, but not as much as everyone in this room. I'm joined by James Paskins, who is the assistant director, who's going to be heading up this theme.
Yeah. Oh, so I'll just say hello. I think some of you might know me already. Previously worked on the Grand Challenge for Sustainable Cities, and I've been having great fun trying to get this new climate crisis Grand Challenge up and off the ground. But one of the things that we realised we needed to do was actually start talking to the UCL community. So this is the first of, I hope, many events where we're going to be getting people's views and interacting with people and really engaging with the community. If you want to know more, the best way at the moment to follow us is to find the LinkedIn page for Grand Challenges, or sign up for our newsletter or look at our website. But honestly, our website is a mess. LinkedIn is the easiest way to keep up with all the things that are going on.
So I was going to just provide a little bit of scene setting for people that don't know the history of the Grand Challenges and where we're headed. So the Grand Challenges has been around for about 15 years now at UCL, and it started off, it was very much a fledgling initiative when it first started back in 2008, 2009, predominantly distributing quite small grants to seed interdisciplinary research between different disciplines. It has really worked over time. There's now been over 430 projects that have been supported. Maybe £30 million worth of funding leveraged, 850 researchers, 170 centres and institutes across UCL have been involved. So it's really worked. The UCL strategic plan, when published, sort of put it on a more institutional footing. So it's given it this kind of pan-UCL flagship role. And as part of that, it's given sort of 5 new themes, of which climate crisis is one, mental health being the other one that has launched recently, and there's 3 more to come. It's given a significant amount of additional funding, so it's a 20-fold increase in terms of the amount of funding that's going into the Grand Challenges, which shows the sort of the significance of it for UCL. It's got an additional remit as well. Historically, it was very focused on just sort of the research and knowledge mobilisation. Now, we're asked to look at how we influence UCL's operations and how we help enhance the educational offer for UCL here as well. So it's really a kind of a cross-organisational initiative. Final things I was going to say today is I think we've got a real opportunity here to have a really big and profound impact. We're a huge, well-respected interdisciplinary university. If we can't make a big difference on something like the climate crisis, who can? I'd encourage us today to think about how we can be focused, how we can be strategic, and how we can really think about how we raise the external profile of the work that we do here at UCL on the climate crisis. On that note, I'm going to hand over to our academic leadership, to Mark Maslin and Lisa Vanhala, who are going to sort of take you through the rest of the day. But it's great to have so many of you here.
Great. I just want to echo, thank you so much for being here today. I know how difficult it is to take out an afternoon from the academic year. We all have a lot of pressures on us, and so it's really important that you're here today, and we're going to make the very most of it. My name is Lisa Vanhala. I'm a professor of political science in the Department of Political Science and in the School of Public Policy. I'm about 100 days into my new role as one of the Pro-Vice Provosts for the climate crisis, and I think probably this is the most most important day of those first 100 days. We have been planning this for a while. It has been at the core of Mark and my leadership of understanding our role really as stewards for trying to understand what we should be doing with this new evolved grand challenge of the climate crisis. So we have 3 aims for today. One is to give us all a whirlwind tour of what's happening in the climate space across UCL. This is a large, complex organization, and what we'll be hearing from in the first part of the afternoon is really just a snapshot. We're getting a glimpse of what's happening in different corners of the university. I've been working at UCL for 12 years, and there are faculties that I didn't know existed until I applied for this role. It's a really large place, and we want to get an understanding and give you an understanding of what's happening here across the breadth of the different disciplines and cross-disciplinary institutes that we work in. The second goal is to hear from you about what the Grand Challenge should be striving for you and your research group, for UCL, and for people in the planet. So we really want to be kind of spreading out our thinking there in terms of who do we want to be influencing in the world, what kind of work do we want to be doing, and how, from the Grand Challenge's perspective, we can be serving you in those ambitions. I think UCL is the best place in the world to be working and teaching on climate change. I have met people working on a very wide range of topics over the last few months in this role, and there's so much expertise here. And so I feel really lucky to be working here. And someone pointed out to me that this is the first time in their experience at UCL that we're really bringing people together who work on climate change, the kind of full breadth of the university. So the third thing I want to do today is invite you to join us. We'll have our first small grants funding call going out in the next couple of weeks. We're trying to develop training opportunities if there's an appetite for that. And there are leadership opportunities. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to Mark, to James, to Sam, to myself, and to the Grand Challenge team if you have ideas and things you want to take forward. We're here to help you push forward on what it is that you want to achieve. But as Sam said, to do it in a way that is strategic and focused, and that we're really thinking together about what's the best way to take action in the face of this crisis. I'll now hand over to Mark.
Thank you, Lisa. In any team, there's always the brains, Lisa, and then there's always the cheerleader, me. So I'm just going to add a few things. We launched the actual Grand Challenge at the Love Your Planet event, which hopefully will be an annual event, where we actually engaged with people from outside UCL with UCL experts, whether it was policy, business, activists, and that brought together very interesting communities. And what our role is to try and help you. So external funding, can we help with research grants? Can we help engaging with philanthropic donors? Because again, the one thing that we do is we're incredibly good in our own fields, but we're not good as UCL basically saying, we're the place you should come. I'm also excited that we can help, as we've done for the last 15 years, stimulate new research. I've been here a lot longer than Lisa. I'm not going to tell you how long, but I've seen that small amounts of funding allows people to cross the line between faculties. And because UCL is so collegiate, people just go, yeah, I'll work with you. Yeah, you're a lawyer, you're a medic, you're sort of like an artist. That's fantastic. So if we can stimulate that more, that's brilliant. And I think my mantra, and this is something that we all in the Grand Challenges repeat, and I apologize, this is for some people a dated sort of like way of doing it. Impact, impact, impact. You all do amazing research. How do we make sure that people hear about it, they understand it, and how do we actually get policymakers to take it seriously? And that's where we are here. So my mantra is help us today to help you in the future. Thank you very much.